Hello, I'm Mohsen Jamal and you watch Afghan News. Afghanistan's government does not know exactly how many people work for its national police force, creating a risk that foreign funds for police salaries are being abused, a U.S. watchdog said on Monday. The audit of Afghan police personnel and payroll systems by the Special Inspector General for Afghanistan Reconstruction, known as SIGAR, came as U.S. commanders prepared to hand greater control of security to Afghans and start withdrawing. Since 2002, about $1.26 billion has been disbursed for Afghan police salaries from an international donors trust fund run by the UN Development Program, the audit said. But without a central police payroll system in place, it is difficult to tell where the money is actually going, said Herbert Richardson, the acting Special Inspector General. The audit by his office said UN oversight also was an issue. A NATO airstrike earlier this month killed a key Al-Qaeda operative in Afghanistan, a regional commander in charge of suicide bombings and cash flow, the international military coalition said Tuesday. NATO identified the men killed in the April 13th airstrike in Dangam district of eastern Kunar province as Abu Hafs al-Najdi, also known as Abdul Ghani. The alliance said the strike also killed a number of other insurgents, including another Al-Qaeda leader known as Waqas. Al-Najdi, a Saudi citizen, directed Al-Qaeda operations in Kunar and traveled regularly between Afghanistan and Pakistan to coordinate with associated across the border, NATO said. He coordinated suicide bombing attacks as well as kidnappings and oversaw the transfer of money from Pakistan to cells in Afghanistan. NATO said it has been chasing Al-Najdi since 2007 and finally pinpointed him while he was meeting with Waqas. Two suicide bombers were the only victims when they detonated their explosive-packed vest in the southern province of Helmand Tuesday, the provincial government said. The bombers targeted private security guards escorting a convoy in Grish district. The Helmand governor's office said in a statement. Two security guards were slightly injured, it said. Elsewhere, a roadside bomb exploded just behind a vehicle taking the Paktia provincial governor Juma Khan Hamdard to his office, said Rohullah Samoon, a spokesman for the governor. Hamdar was not hurt, but three policemen who were in a chase vehicle were slightly injured, Simon added. Malaysian authorities say they have arrested 13 Afghans who sought to travel illegally to Australia by boat. A maritime security official says the Coast Guard spotted the main Sunday in waters of southern peninsular Malaysia. The official from the Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency says most of the Afghans entered Malaysia by land from Thailand. The official said Tuesday that the men paid up to $7,000 to a people smuggling group to tag them. Malaysia is a known transit point for people from impoverished or war-torn regions trying to get to Australia. U.S. President Barack Obama Monday gathered top national security and intelligence staff for his regular review of Afghan and Pakistan strategy amid signs of fresh tensions with Islamabad. The talks in the secure situation room of the White House went ahead amid a rambling U.S. disagreement with Islamabad on the fight against militants in the volatile Afghan-Pakistan border region. At Obama's side in the talks were Defense Secretary Robert Gates, UN Ambassador Susan Rice, National Security Advisor Tom Donilon, and James Clapper, his Director of National Intelligence. Vice President Joe Biden, top Afghan War General David Petraeus, and the U.S. ambassadors to Pakistan and Afghanistan joined the session via secure video link, the White House said. The White House added that officials briefed Obama on the security situation in Afghanistan, efforts to build national Afghan forces, and efforts to ensure cooperation with Pakistan in the fight against Al-Qaeda. Obama's press spokesman Jay Corley said that Monday's session was not a decisional meeting, but was rather a regular review of U.S. policy. Two bombs have exploded near buses carrying Navy officials in Pakistan's southern city of Karachi, killing 4 people and wounding 56 others. Tuesday's attacks came hours after another bus was set on fire in the southwestern Balochistan province late on Monday, burning 15 people to death, including 4 children and 2 women. Police said the bombs targeting the buses in 2 different parts of Karachi were remote controlled. A junior naval officer and a civilian female doctor were among those killed in the twin blast, Pakistan Navy spokesman Commander Salman Ali said nobody has claimed responsibility for the attacks yet. A senior government official said the attack in Bulletin took place in CB town east of the provincial capital Quetta, when the bus was parked at a roadside restaurant. Karachi is Pakistan's biggest city and commercial hub. It is also the main base for the Navy. Muammar Gaddafi's forces have pounded Berber towns in Libya's western mountains with artillery. Rebels and refugees said, but the rebels claim to have gained ground in their fight against Gaddafi's army after NATO airstrikes. Misrata also won no respite from 2 months of bitter siege as Gaddafi's forces bombarded the city after pulling out of the city's center. Rebel spokesman Abdul Salam, speaking later on Monday, said Gaddafi's forces were trying to re-enter the Nakl Taqil road, which leads to Misrata's port, its lifeline to the outside. U.S. officials said relief groups were rotating doctors into Misrata and evacuating migrant workers. In the other development, Italy said it would join the British and French in carrying out bombing attacks on Libya. Geographically, the closest major NATO member state to Libya, Italy had until Monday only provided bases and reconnaissance and monitoring aircraft. The African Union, meanwhile, held separate talks on Monday with Abdullahi Obeidi, the Libyan foreign minister, and rebel representatives in Addis Ababa to discuss a ceasefire plan. In the last but not the least, Syrian security forces have arrested at least 500 pro-democracy activists, a rights group said, as the government continues a violent crackdown on anti-government protests across the country. The arrests followed the deployment of Syrian troops backed by tanks and heavy armor on the streets of 2 southern towns. The Syrian rights organization Sawasiyah said on Tuesday. The group said it had received reports that at least 20 people were killed in the city of Deraa in the aftermath of the raid by troops loyal to Syrian President Bashar al-Assad on Monday, but communications have been cut in the city, making it difficult to confirm the information. The group said that 2 more civilians were confirmed dead after government forces entered Doma, a suburb of the capital Damascus, and at least 500 people were arrested elsewhere in the country, it said. Meanwhile, France, Britain, Germany, and Portugal have all urged the UN Security Council to condemn the government's violent action against demonstrators, and the United States is considering imposing new sanctions. And that's all for now. Thanks for staying with us.